Welcome to the Bottom of the Stream movie show. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome aboard.
All good?
All good.
Happy?
Very.
Good. The wave was a bit of a disaster this week, but hopefully it turns out all right. There's lots of shit going on. We've just finished recording it.
These things happen.
They do. It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy day for Bottom of the Stream today. I forgot to upload the podcast this morning. I've watched the wrong episode of a TV show. I don't know what's going on. But what we're going to do now is talk about a fucking crazy film that's called Paradise Hills.
Seen it before?
No, not watched this one before.
Good.
Paradise Hills is from 2019. It is a 12. It runs for 1 hour and 35 minutes and it's currently rated at 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb. It's the higher end of the normal things we do.
Sure.
Stars a lady called Emma Roberts, who plays a character called Uma. Emma Roberts is the daughter of Eric Roberts and the niece of Julia Roberts.
She sure is.
I knew her mainly from Scream 4.
Yep.
But she's also in We're the Millers.
Yes.
She's in quite a few things.
Good movie.
Yeah, good movie. Scream 4, not so much.
What was the Christmas movie she did? No, Holidays movie. Holiday.
Holiday, yeah.
That's good as
She's
well.
in that, yeah. Also stars a lady called Danielle McDonald, who plays Chloe. She's in Bird Box. So she's done a few Netflix things before. She's probably most famous for being in Patty Cakes, which was a film that came out a couple of years ago. And she's also in a film called Dumpling, which I believe she's in with
Dolly Parton.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that being quite big.
Correct.
When Netflix released it.
Finally stars a girl called Awkwafina. That's how I'm called, what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Happy with that? She plays you. Not you. The character's called you. This is going to be a funny recurring joke through the episode. She stars in Crazy Rich Asians, which is a big TV show? Film? One of the two. She's also in Jumanji, the new Jumanjis. The newer remake, newer sequels.
Non-Robin Williams
Can't
ones.
talk. She's currently also filming in the live-action Little Mermaid that is coming.
Excellent. This is quite star-studded for us.
It is quite
for this
star-studded
show.
for us. It's also a really pretty-looking film.
That's beautiful.
It's a really beautiful film.
There's some lovely topiary.
There is.
The colours.
It's paradise,
the setting.
isn't it? I suppose it has to be.
I suppose.
That would be down to the director, who is called Alice Waddington.
Hello, Miss Waddington.
She's Spanish. She does not have a Spanish name. I don't know how that happens. There isn't a lot on IMDb about her. She's not done a lot of other stuff, so you won't know her, I don't think. Written by four people, including Alice Waddington, but the other one is Nacho Vigandano. He wrote Colossal.
Okay, yeah.
Which is a great film. Brian DeLue and Sofia Cuenca are the other writers.
Good job.
Glessin are probably also Spanish. Do you have a one-word review of Paradise Hills?
Plant power.
Plant power. It's a bit crazy, this one. Where does it start, Nick?
We're at a celebration.
We are.
Nay, a wedding.
A wedding indeed.
And
a beautiful wedding.
Straight away, the costume design,
We're seeing a style.
the cinematography is in full bloom.
Yeah.
The makeup. There is, I would say, no expense spared. I'm not saying this is a big budget.
There's
but
a lot
you can
of budget
tell where
gone
the
into
money's gone.
Yeah, the budget's gone into the cinematography and the costume design.
And we do not know our lead character's name yet, but
We do not.
Emma Roberts is getting married.
She is. And she is going to sing us a song.
Yeah.
To start the film with. And she does. And she's wearing some very odd headgear when she does this. So she's got like a cage over her face.
Yeah.
And there's people, while she's singing in the middle of this is like her wedding present to her new husband. So she's decided to perform this song.
It's all about like a woman being subservient to their man, and
you own me now, that sort of thing. There's people dancing around her. They're like with her veil. They're dancing around with that, and there's loads of shit going on.
So it's kind of like olden times,
Yeah,
customs.
yeah.
But then we cut to outside the house, and there's a flying car.
There is a flying car. It's the only time you see a flying car in the whole film.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's people are
So
leaving
we're in
the
the
wedding.
future.
Yeah, definitely. Or in an alternate reality. That's how I kind of understood
Sure.
it. Because it's more like a fairy tale, isn't it, this?
I guess it's got elements of like Alice in Wonderland type influence,
definitely.
isn't it? Did you ever see? Oh, this has got to be. I don't know if it's late 90s or early 2000s.
Okay.
Did you ever see The Cell starring Jennifer Lopez?
Yes, I did.
And it just looks fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
and there's no like substance to the movie whatsoever.
No, it's a terrible movie.
But this reminded me of that in some ways. In the look of it,
Yeah.
it's like, well, okay, this would actually probably look really great on a big screen.
Yeah, it probably does.
And well, we'll get into maybe what's holding what is actually the substance of this movie. It also reminded me a bit in terms of movies that we've seen on this show. Again, not because of its content, but I kind of got a bit of a vibe of like when we watched The Bad Batch.
Yeah, yes,
because that was also all style,
reality, weird chick.
Maybe not much substance.
Yeah,
but we like that. So
we did, yeah. So maybe we'll like
see.
this. Who knows? She quite quickly gets told to head upstairs after she's finished singing. She gets told to head upstairs to see her husband.
Sure, he's waiting for you.
Yeah, so but then when she gets there, she goes upstairs. She's waiting for him.
Yeah, no.
She's lying on a bed waiting for him. He comes in, they have a bit of a kiss, and the film cuts away. The film cuts to 2 months earlier. So the wedding is we're going to a prequel. We're going to find out how we got to the wedding, is what I'm trying to say. Apologies, I don't know why, but my brain's not working. So
I'm here for the entertainment. It's fine.
Hopefully it's entertaining to everybody listening.
This is the best episode you've ever done.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right.
She wakes up on a bed. She doesn't know how she's got there or where she's come from.
She's inside outside.
Yeah, so it's like a room that's decorated to look inside, but it isn't.
I thought it was a room that was decorated to look outside.
I'm done.
But it isn't. Because
I'm done. I'm going home.
She gets out of bed and there's grass where the carpet should be.
There is, and there's like woodland painted all over the walls and things.
Yeah, it looks great.
It does. It's a beautiful room. It also appears to be like their jail cell or their holding cell. Because she doesn't live in that room.
No, she never goes back to that room.
She just go back to it later on.
Oh, no, you're right. She does.
When she gets captured.
Yeah.
Because it's like their holding cell, I think. So she wakes up. She doesn't know what's going on. She has no idea. 2 dudes come in. They've got some breakfast. All the women in this film are like the main characters and all the men are like the servants.
Correct.
There's no...
In this facility.
Pretty much in the film. Yeah. All the men are like subservient to the women. These dudes bring her breakfast and she escapes. She runs past them, knocks the breakfast out of their hands and gets out of this room. She runs through the facility. We get the first view of where she is. It's like a beautiful little paradise, I guess is the only word you can use to describe
like
it.
Island fort.
Yeah, so she's on an island.
Teeming with flowers blooming and
beautiful landscapes and beautiful people.
Yeah.
And she ends up at a cliff edge because she is on an island, and this is where she finds out that she's on an island. And there's not really any escape, but that's not going to hold her back. So she climbs down this cliff edge.
Yes.
And and there's people chasing her. They're trying to get her back. And she eventually ends up in a cave where she hides. And there's another girl in there. And this is you? No, this is Amana.
Correct.
Got it right. And Amana tricks her. And she
shops her in.
She shops her in. She takes her back to the guards.
Just come with me.
I'll keep you safe.
She's a narc.
She is a narc. Everybody in this place is wearing white.
Yeah.
At pretty much all times. It's very, very clinical. And she gets taken to meet the leader.
The Duchess.
The Duchess. This lady is... It's not... my dad wrote a porno. There's a character called the Duchess in that. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
I know. I had the same thought.
I love my dad wrote a porno. Going off on the
it's weird.
tangent.
So you say that because just today on my drive home from work, listen to the first episode of the new series.
Right, I've been listening to it. It's bonkers.
It's so good.
It's
not that they need a plug from us.
No, not
Jesus
at all.
Christ.
It's the pinnacle of podcasting. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Check it out. If you're not listening to my dad wrote a porno, check him out. But yeah, so the leader of this place is called the Duchess, and she gets taken there, and we find out that this is a centre for emotional healing, is how the Duchess describes it. And eventually, after that meeting, she gets shown to a very pink room.
So just before that, the Duchess says, just a couple of bits I've noted down. The Duchess says you got to keep an open mind. You're here for 2 months, and at the end of your time, all we're asking is that you reconsider the marriage proposal.
Yes. So she's basically being brainwashed to agree to this proposal.
She's going to have some sort of treatment. That's
turn into a proper lady.
Yeah.
After that, she gets shown to a very pink bedroom. Everything in there is pink. And she meets her 2 roommates. She's got 2 roommates that she's going to be living with. This is Chloe and you. Not you. The character's called you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they go down for dinner. They get invited down to go to dinner. And the dinner's a bit strange.
Did you see what Uma's dinner was?
It's just like a flower.
It was a pansy.
Yeah.
And some asparagus.
Yeah, it's very strange. But they tell her that this is like...
Makes your wee smell.
Does. Asparagus does do that.
Yeah, I don't know about pansies. Never eaten one.
Never eaten a pansy.
No.
Can you even eat pansies?
There's a joke there somewhere. I'm not making it.
But they tell her that the meals are all like completely designed around the needs, what she needs to eat, and
the individual. Yes, you've all got
because everybody's got a
nutrition
different
plan.
Yeah, everybody's got a different thing. It turns out that the girl that we met earlier that gave her up is a famous singer in the real world, Armana, and they have a bit of a chat. Don't
She's
they?
there, and she's in detox basically.
Yeah, it's basically she's
a drunk.
She's a drunk. And they eventually end up having a bit of a chat, and they have a bit of a bond, don't they? They kind of make friends a little bit.
Chloe's there to lose weight.
Yeah,
and you is there because she's weird.
Yeah, she had a weird story. So she'd been given up by her parents and given to her uncle and aunt who are... Because they talk about upper class and lower class, don't they? There's literally two in the world.
It's a very expensive facility, put it that way.
So she needs to learn how to be... She's come from the lowers, but she needs to learn how to be an upper.
Yes.
Is what they say. Uma confides to Amana that she's got a plan to escape this evening. She wants to leave, and Amana says, okay, I'll help you. Meet me at midnight.
Yeah.
So they arrange this meeting. She doesn't go. She wakes up the next morning.
I was very confused.
I was as well.
Until it explained it.
Oh, she's not gone to this meeting then. So the very next scene after she says that is her waking up in bed. She realises that she's missed this meeting. Amanda later says that she also didn't go.
Yeah,
she apologises.
I slept right through.
I slept right through it. Apologies. And then they go and get given a new look.
They all get made over.
Yeah, by some dudes.
Made over.
Yeah.
Made over.
Because Chloe, Uma, and you are the newbies. These are new people, new arrivals. So they get given a look to match the island, I guess. So Uma's hair gets dyed purpley pink.
Yeah, and it gets cut. They just
give them a makeover.
New
All three of them get new looks. And then she goes to meet the Duchess again.
Yeah, so this is her first treatment, I guess.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Mirror therapy.
Yeah. It's very strange. Basically, the Duchess just tells her what she said the day before. She's like, it's about remembering what makes you you. Not you, the character. Sorry, I'll stop.
That's fine. Keep going.
She asks her a bit about her mum, and she's getting her to answer into this mirror, isn't she? And it's all very strange.
Uma doesn't like it. She storms off.
She says, I'm not going to marry that prick.
Bullshit.
Yeah, she says, I'm not going to marry that prick, and storms off. She goes straight to a yoga lesson.
Yeah. You don't want to miss the yoga.
Yeah, she doesn't, and she convinces you to join in with her.
Not me.
Not you, no. God, people are going to just turn this episode off. So it's like couples yoga, isn't it? The two of them are doing stuff together. But she suddenly hears some noises going on.
I just put she hears voices, which I'd forgotten about.
Yeah.
Because again, it's never referenced. Oh, you understand
you
what
understand what they are at the end,
on.
but it doesn't. They don't reference.
She goes and puts literally goes and puts her ear against the wall.
Yeah, what's that noise? But then the teacher calls her back, and it gets forgotten about. And then it gets a bit. It's already been weird. It gets very weird at this point.
Even more stylistic.
Very much so. So she gets sat on a carousel horse.
It's suspended in midair.
Yeah, so the horse like raises up 20 feet, 30 feet, quite high up.
She's in a big hall.
Yeah, she's harnessed in.
Yeah.
And it's in the middle of this hall. It's like holographic video feed starts playing around her.
Yeah,
and it's all footage of the guy that's proposed to her. And it's like...
It's propaganda, basically.
Yeah, it's basically brainwashing her to fall in love with him, I guess.
And you hear a voice from like the video operator, I guess.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I can't stop the movie."
Yeah, sorry, it's broken.
No, when you go to the cinema, no, it's the opposite. When you go to the cinema, and the film keeps playing over and over and over again.
Yeah, and it appears that she's been there by the time she gets off, it appears that she's been there for quite some time.
She's made her hands bleed for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Where did that come
gripping
from?
Onto the shaft of the carousel horse?
Yeah.
I presume.
So yeah, it was very strange. But eventually they come in, they take her down, they apologise. She goes to meet she bumps into the Duchess again, doesn't she? And she's like,
"This won't work on me."
Yeah, it's not going to work. I've hurt my hands. What the fuck? And she says, I'm in love with someone else. I can't marry this prick.
It's a lower.
I'm in love with a lower.
Yeah.
Which is not good. There's only two classes of people in this universe by the looks of it. And
this is where she then confides to her friends after she's met with the Duchess. She says, my mum thinks this... she's put me in this marriage because she thinks if I marry this rich guy, it's going to save our family.
Yeah, because they're broke. They've run out of money.
We're uppers, but we're broke.
Yeah.
That's when it comes out about what she's there for. And then there's just a montage of them frolicking and having fun.
I've written settling in montage.
They run through some bamboo.
Yeah, they have some fun. And just
in their sort of wispy
You don't want to be running
dresses.
through bamboo. Bamboo's dangerous. His
Yeah, I
hair
would
hurts
say
a lot.
so. Yeah, it's quite a thick thatch.
Remember when I nearly
bamboo.
burnt your house down when we were cutting some bamboo down?
Yeah.
That was bad times. We had like this. You had this like bamboo bush in your
Yeah.
old back garden. We had a blowtorch to get rid of it because you can't cut it.
Yeah, like a mini flamethrower type.
Yeah, and then we finished using it and I just put it on the floor in your back room and burnt the carpet. I still feel bad about that now.
That's fine. It wasn't a new carpet. We got rid of the carpet.
You did. It was a long time ago.
I have no idea even.
It was an Olympics year, so it was either 2008 or 2012.
One of them.
2008, I think. Anyway, that's going completely off tangent. So basically, Uma and Armana then both go to the Duchess, and they talk. But they're not there at the same time.
No, so it's kind of the end of the montage. So it's both them going back to mirror therapy, and they do get therapized because they tell themselves they tell themselves in the mirror the story of the last time they told their mothers that they loved them.
Yeah.
So it's all, like I say, very therapy-y.
It was very strange. It was basically just character building, isn't it?
Sure.
Uma says she just wants a simple life with the person that she loves.
Absolutely.
And she's got this like hologram locket.
It's a bit Back to the Future.
It is, yeah. It's like a locket. When she opens it, the little video pops out and starts playing.
Yeah, it's her dad throwing her up in the air when she was a little girl.
And she comes back to it quite a lot during the film, doesn't she? She keeps playing it over and over again. And it turns out her dad made it for her.
Yeah, he invented the locket.
Yeah.
That's how the family made their money.
And then she's like showing them to the girls that she's living with, isn't she?
Sure.
They're sitting in the
and
garden.
they're like, oh, look at that old piece of crap
Yes.
technology.
Poor technology.
It's like you whipping out your Nokia 3310 or something.
And then this lad shows up. He works there, but it also turns out that this is the guy that Uma's in love with.
Yeah, the gardener.
The gardener.
Well, he's just joined the gardening team.
He's called Marcus.
And it's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Her lower boyfriend.
He's basically found out where she's gone and followed her there.
Yeah, he's applied for a job.
Got a job. And
got through the stringent interview process, I'm sure.
Yeah, and has come to rescue her, I guess.
We're getting off the island. He's going to bust her out.
So he's got his plan. He's got a plan to smuggle her out on a cargo plane. And apparently
he's going to get his plan is I'm going to work as a gardener for a bit.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to get a promotion.
Yeah.
I'm going to join the warehouse team.
Yeah.
And we're going to sneak on board the supply plane.
It's a big island, this plane. This island. Yeah. It's got a runway, apparently. Amana's watching this going on in the background, so you're thinking,
She's really upset.
Yeah, something's upset her.
Yeah.
So, but we'll find out what in a bit. And basically she says, look, don't trust him. I know you're in love with him, but this isn't going to happen.
They get naughty in a greenhouse, don't they?
They do a little bit. A bit of naughty goes
Marcus and Uma.
Yes, a little bit.
He's like, don't worry, I can switch the cameras off.
Yeah, he's got this like little gadget that switches all the cameras
off.
A remote
control. It's not that futuristic. Were you gobsmacked at that?
I was like, whoa, that's an amazing gadget.
I've seen the future.
At dinner that night, there's like a performance going on.
Yes.
Because Amana gets to sing. She's got a beautiful voice.
She sings the song
that Uma was singing at the beginning.
At the wedding in the future in the past.
Yes.
And
so we now know where she learned the song from.
Why did the guards shut it down?
I don't know, because they invited her onto the stage. She started singing, and then they shut it down straight away.
She's singing a song about women being subservient.
Which is probably why they shut it down. No, because it's about women being subservient.
Well, yeah, they're being reprogrammed
to be subservient. Unless it's a powerful... Unless it's like...
I didn't... To me, it didn't come across why the orderlies were told to shut it down. And
they shut it down quite quickly. And she'd got a lovely voice. It was a lovely song.
Give her the hook, didn't they?
Yeah, very much so. So they cut it off and send everyone to bed. It was like, right, it's bedtime. Get to bed. Everybody goes to bed. The next morning they wake up. Uma's locket has gone missing.
It has been stolen.
It is not there. But then suddenly...
There's an alarm going off.
An alarm starts going off.
Not like... Yeah. No, an actual like security alarm, not the...
Yeah. There's a security perimeter
breach,
up alarm. Is what the alarm says.
Sure.
Everybody, all the men who work there are running around panicking, trying to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
The Duchess comes out in a dressing gown. She's not wearing white at this point. She's wearing red. Mm-hmm. And she loses her shit at you.
Yeah, there's a boat.
Yeah, there's a boat up here. That's what the alarm's going off for.
Quite a long way away.
Yeah, somebody's landed on the beach. The Duchess doesn't know what's going on. She loses her shit.
She does lose her composure.
She loses her composure completely. She shouts at you.
She strangles you.
She does, yeah. She grabs her around the throat. And it turns out...
the glass window behind her starts to crack.
Yeah.
Because she's so angry, she made the glass crack.
She's really angry.
She's really angry at you.
I've never been angry that the glass cracks.
No.
Never been to that stage.
So she got superpowers?
Maybe. We'll find out. Yeah, but it turns out this man has crashed or got stranded on this island in a boat, and he's on the beach.
He lets himself be caught, doesn't he?
Yeah, basically. And we find out why, because they head back to this cave that they found earlier, Amana and Uma.
Yes.
And there's a boat in there.
A little rowboat.
A little rowing boat. Sorry, am I keeping you up?
It's fine.
There's a little rowing boat in this cave, and it turns out what's happened is this man has smuggled this boat into this cave and then done a few laps of the island and got himself caught. So it doesn't look like he's been in this cave. Nobody knows he's been in there.
She says he's a super fan.
Yeah. They find out at this point that they're being drugged every night.
Amana says, I stayed awake last night.
Yeah.
And I didn't drink my milk.
She didn't drink the milk. Because every night at dinner, they get given a shot of milk.
Basically.
Which I think is a bit sus anyway.
Yeah, it is.
It's not like a lot of milk. It's like a little tiny...
Why was it a shot in a teacup?
If somebody said to me, here, drink this, I'd be like, well, first, I want a lot more milk than that. And no, I'm not drinking that.
If you're giving me a big receptacle, give me the appropriate amount of liquid to it.
Yes.
If you're giving me a shot, give it to me in a shot glass.
But you'd question why somebody had given you a shot of milk. But then I'd question why somebody had given me a shot in a teacup.
Yeah, exactly.
It just seems a weird thing that nobody had questioned.
Drinks in weird receptacles. So you got like a cup of tea in a coconut.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Why did you get a shot of milk in a teacup?
But like having beer out of a mug.
Yeah,
just doesn't work, does it?
No.
But yeah, so they've been drinking this milk every night, and that's why they've not been waking up. That's why they missed their earlier meeting to escape. And Amana says, look, I didn't drink it last night. I stayed up.
She says, I stayed in bed and I saw, she says, orderlies who I've never seen here before.
Yeah.
Moving around.
Moving girls.
Yeah.
So the girls are being moved around while they sleep.
This is something new.
Picked up, yeah, something strange is happening. But we've now got this plan. If we don't drink the milk, we've got this boat. We know now that they don't patrol the seas at night because this guy didn't get caught until the morning.
Correct.
Which is why he was circling around the island to see when he'd get caught.
Yeah.
And if they do patrol and they don't. So if we don't drink the milk tonight, we can get in this boat. We'll be free and clear. Let's get out of here. That's the plan.
Exactly.
Uma's like, I want to tell Marcus because he's gone to all this effort and now I'm just going to leave him here.
Yeah.
So she goes to see him and he says, look, give me a couple of weeks. I can get you out of here.
Yeah, look, my cargo plan's
it's going to work.
Well. I'm doing great in the gardening
course
business.
For a promotion.
Yeah, I'm going to get from gardening to cargo.
Yeah. So, but it's not happening.
No.
Uma's like, no, I'm getting
It's not fast enough for her.
No, she needs out. At dinner that night, there's an announcement made that Amana is finished. She is ready to leave.
They say
she's been pulled forward.
They say she's doing so well with her treatment that she can leave immediately.
So has somebody got wind of this plan that she's got and she's been pushed forward, or is this a coincidence?
I took it as they got wind that she had something to do with the guy. Maybe he confessed.
And she was being kicked out early.
Yeah, troublemaker.
So they don't drink the drink. They carry on with the plan. Uma does not drink her drink. And Amana takes her to the boat and they have a bit of a kiss.
Yeah. Amana tells her to take the boat with Marcus tonight.
I'm going to go. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm being sent home. You take the boat with Marcus, get out of it.
And she gives her another locket. So Amana gives Uma a locket. I didn't quite understand it looked like some sort of map.
Yeah, I think it was some sort of match because she says, come and find me.
Yeah.
And then she gives her this it's like a butterfly locket, isn't it?
Sure.
So there must be something in there because she looks at it at the end as well. So there must be something. It didn't look like a map, but I feel like it was some kind of map.
I feel like I would have liked that to have been
explained a little bit.
Pointed out to me what this thing was.
Yes, agreed.
Because I have a problem with it later on, which we'll come to.
Fair enough. So Uma doesn't sleep that night because she didn't drink the milk. So she's awake. She sees a girl get taken from her room by a couple of orderlies that she's never seen before. But then she nearly gets caught.
Yeah.
So she pretends that she's fallen asleep in the corridor.
She plays possum.
She does. So, and the orderlies pick her up. They're like, should we just take her to bed?
They say, well, sometimes it takes longer for the milk to take effect.
So they put her back into bed. And she ends up back on the next day. She ends up back on the carousel horse.
Sure.
The same thing goes on. She gets raised up into the ceiling and the video starts playing. But this time it's all like childhood memories.
Yeah, it's family videotape.
Yeah, until it goes weird and shows her dad's funeral.
Yeah.
And then she starts freaking out. She's like, I don't want to see this. Get me out of here.
Because it turns out that her dad committed suicide.
Yeah.
And because he was going out of business, he invented this holographic locket stuff.
Yeah.
And the business was purchased by the guy she's getting married to.
Yeah.
And yeah, no wonder she's fucked up.
Yeah, she doesn't want to marry this guy. So they eventually, the same thing happens. They leave her on there too long. She freaks out. When she eventually gets off, she runs away.
Yeah.
But she gets captured quite quickly, and they send her back into this like holding cell room that we saw earlier, the original room that she was in. And her dinner gets brought there.
And they make her drink some milk.
And they make her drink the milk, and this time she does drink the milk.
The Duchess actually speaks to her through the intercom.
Yeah.
Drink your milk.
Yeah. So the next morning she wakes up, she gets dragged into the Duchess's room, very unceremoniously, dragged through the place, thrown in the room. When she gets there, she sees a video playing on the wall of the Duchess's room of Armana.
Yeah, she's
back in the real world.
She's on the red carpet.
Yeah. She doesn't look happy. She doesn't look like the same girl that we met earlier. Mm-hmm. She's with a lad. Don't know who he was, Justin Bieber or somebody probably. This makes Uma cry. And then the Duchess walks in and makes her jump. So she punches her in the face. She's like, you scared the shit out of me.
Unintentionally comedic.
It was funny. People getting punched is just funny. The Duchess ends up going through this table. But she gets up, she's like, look, this therapy's real. It works. It is working on you. So much so that you can leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're done with you.
She then creepily adds, well, you've been asleep for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Which was like, oh, that's a turn up. We didn't realise that. There was a lot more drugs in that milk than there was the night before. So she's on a timer now. She's like, I am not going to leave this place of their accord. I'm going out. I'm going to escape. So she takes Chloe and you, who haven't been in this film now for a long time, and she takes them down to show them the boat that she's got. Basically, she's like trying to convince them to go with her.
She wants some help.
She tells them about the milk thing. She's like, you're being drugged. Don't drink the milk. Yu's not really on board. Chloe's like all up for it, but Yu's not really on board.
Yu's very balanced because her theme all the way through this is, I'm here because I've been sent here, but I don't feel I have to change.
Yeah.
I know I'm fine as I am.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing wrong with
me and who I am.
Yeah,
it's just,
I like what I like. I like my
she wears
heavy metal.
She's listening to music all the way through. She's got earphones on like we have now all the way through this film. Yu's not that keen on escaping. She doesn't really see the need to. Uma and Chloe obviously are. Uma goes and tells Marcus and he says, fine, do it, I'll wait for you.
Yeah.
And then she steals his remote control camera gadget thing.
Yes.
That I thought was really cool. That night at dinner, she spits out the milk again. She tries to convince Chloe to do the same. Chloe does do the same. She tries to convince Yu to do it. Yu doesn't do it. Yu drinks the milk.
No, she does in the end.
No, she does. You're right. Yeah. She makes out like she is drinking the milk.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not a slave to anyone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let myself be drugged. It looked like she drank it, but she didn't. That night, they're all awake. Obviously, they're all pretending to be asleep because they're in their bedroom.
Yes. But
they are all awake. And some guys come in and they take Yu. Not you.
Yeah, they say, these ones are all finished.
Yeah.
And then they sort of do a double take and say, no, this one's got one session left.
Yeah.
And they take you away.
They do take me away. You away. This kind of thwarts their plan a little bit because obviously they're not going to leave you behind.
No.
They're going to take you with them.
So they go after you.
And so they follow where these men are being taken. They end up tussling with these guys.
Yeah, they're sort of down in the
bowels of the place.
Yeah, the bowels of the fort.
There's like two guys doing experimenty things on you. And
one of them is like so stereotypical evil doctor. He's a bold, thin British guy.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my job, he says, or something like that.
Is that your British accent?
Yeah, it's my thin, bold British guy accent.
They have a tussle. It eventually ends with Chloe getting stabbed by a scalpel.
Well, can I just say, as they're having this fight, and Uma, who is behind this whole thing, does absolutely
she doesn't.
jack
she
shit.
Leaves it all to Chloe.
She just stands and watch Chloe take
Chloe's
the
a badass.
attendant down, and you bravely struggle as she's been half drugged against the surgeon.
And Chloe's been stabbed.
and it's until Chloe goes, are you going to do something?
What the fuck, woman? So Chloe ends up stabbing the dude that stabbed her.
Really weird.
It was really strange.
She just did jack shit.
Chloe ends up stabbing the dude that stabbed her and then knocks him out with a fucking tray around the back of the head. And then they knock out the tall, skinny British dude with some like sleeping gas kind of stuff.
Yeah, Yu's not in a good way because she's been half gassed up as well. So she's staggering.
She's having to be carried
vomiting,
from this point onwards. Chloe wallops the guy with a tray, and they find like a control room.
Yeah,
there's like a room full of computers, and
there's like a station for every patient.
Yes.
At the facility.
Uma finds hers, and she realizes that they're not being trained here; they're being observed.
Yes,
and everything about them is being recorded. It's like height, weight, everything is
allergies.
Everything is being recorded on these computers. But why? It's the mystery of this scene. And it also reveals that Marcus is a performer.
Yeah, she very quickly works out how to operate this thing and somehow gets the video up of them doing the naughty. Yeah. Actually, I forgot to mention earlier, when they did the naughty in the greenhouse, Armana watched them.
She did, that is true.
Just to continue a theme this season.
We've had a lot of that this season, a lot of voyeuristic naughtiness going on.
Anyway, so Uma finds this piece of footage.
Yeah.
Of them rolling in hay bales or whatever they're doing. And the footage is annotated, isn't it?
Yes.
So it says, there's an arrow pointing to her, Uma, and a load of data about her. Then it just says, Marcus, performer. In inverted commas.
So is he an actor that's brought in to
sure is.
assist? So she smashes up this computer. She breaks it. It's like a Minority Report kind of computer, isn't it? It's all touchscreeny, holographic stuff. But she throws a chair through it. And then they start getting chased.
Yeah, they're just on the run from the guards now.
Yeah, so the guards are chasing them. They go downstairs a little bit, and they find like a swimming pool or a pool area.
Like a spa.
Like an underground spa.
Yeah.
With loads of women there.
With really badly applied bandages.
All around their faces. So they're like these mystery, again, like Minority Report. But all these women in a pool.
But they're not surgically bandaged.
No, they're not like the Invisible Man. They're just like
they are
randomly wrapped around their faces.
Prettily bandaged.
Yes.
And this time your cinematography is all, so you're seeing all the steam and mist rise from the
gloomy,
spa.
isn't it?
So it's all lit by the sort of blueness of the water. Again, it looks
beautiful.
Lovely.
It's a beautiful film from start to finish. The women quickly reveal they don't hold any secrets here. They call themselves the Substitutes.
Sure.
We're the Substitutes. At this point, Yu collapses. She goes down. And Uma decides she's going to confront these women. They basically reveal that these people are going to replace them. They're being trained to become these girls that are upstairs. Given their look, they're substitutes. That's what they describe themselves as.
They've been through hours of training.
Yeah.
To mimic their...
To become these girls.
Mimic their performance and their tics. But they've also had hundreds of operations.
Yeah.
To look just like them.
Yeah, and they do. They're identical. So this is why, because Uma said earlier that Amana didn't look the same girl.
Yes.
And this is why now. We know why. And then some stormtroopers come in.
Yeah, they do.
This was weird because none of these guards have ever had helmets on before. And then these two just run in and they've got like stormtrooper helmets on.
They were kind of like, they look like knights. Like old style suits of armor.
Yeah, it was really weird. But they managed to escape. They escape in a lift. And they're now underground in like a weird forest area.
Yeah, just before that.
Yu's not there though, is she? It's just Chloe.
She's dead. She's dead. She's gone.
Oh, did she die?
I think so.
Okay,
they never see her again. She's like, I'll just put, Yu passes out, possibly dead, ?
Fair enough.
And I don't think we ever see her again.
You're right, you don't, and I didn't even notice.
Uma sort of says to them, I don't know which one of you's me.
Yeah.
But she's just a bit of a rah-rah speech, doesn't she?
Does.
Like, you can mimic me, you can look like me.
But you'll never be
You're not me because you haven't got this.
Yeah.
And then she gets the locket out. You won't have my memories. And then she gives it to one of them and says, whoever is going to be me, you'll need that.
Yeah. So she's given up on their fate here.
Yeah.
So they go down in this lift. There's just Chloe and Uma at this point. But they get split up. And they're in some sort of like random foresty, brambly area.
Greenhousey.
Yeah. You have to like pull your way through this thorn bush and stuff. And there's loads of dead girls tangled up in it.
Yeah. Armana's body's there.
This film's about to get fucking freaky. Talk about it now.
Chloe gets taken.
I've written here, Chloe is being eaten by a plant, which is true. She's lying there. She's being devoured by this brambly stuff. That plant then turns into the Duchess.
Sure. The Duchess is a vampire plant lady.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, I saw it coming. I don't know about you.
I did not see it coming. I'm not going to deny it. She's basically a walking rose bush.
She is a vicious, a a more evil version of what's the Batman villain? Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Yeah. It's basically what she is. So she's killed Chloe at this point.
Yeah.
And now she's going after... She's got some, like... She's managed to send some of her brambles to pin Uma up against a wall.
Yeah.
And she's, like, growing, like, white roses all over her.
Sure.
Nobody questions this.
No, not at all.
This has gone really weird at this point. It's been weird all the way through, but it's been believable that this could happen. And now we've got a vampire rose bush.
Yeah.
She also starts singing at this point. And as she's singing, the roses start squeezing Uma.
They do.
The brambles start squeezing her and choking the life out of her. And then all the white roses start turning red. So I'm assuming she's sucking blood out of them.
I guess so.
But then the other Uma, the substitute, shows up. And she's not got any bandages on anymore.
No.
And she looks just like the original Uma.
And
she's come on a rescue mission.
she has. And we just rip off Spartacus.
Yeah. Because they both claim to be the real one. And she's like, why are you killing... Because she said, why are you killing the substitute? I'm the real one. What are you doing? And then the substitute's like, no, I'm the real one. And they're confusing the Duchess. And they confuse her so much that they actually managed to stab her with a scalpel.
Yeah, which I don't know if I missed. But I
she's
presume
had
we
it the whole
did
time.
see that Uma had picked it up.
Yeah, she did pick it up. She had it the whole time.
So they killed the Duchess.
Yeah, she dies.
And then the whole place just collapses.
Yeah, everything just falls apart. The place
That's
starts
what happens
crumbling away.
You kill a vampire lady.
Yeah, well, she obviously the roots are embedded around the foundations or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
So they start to escape the two Umas. We've got two Umas now. That's all we're left with.
Sure.
You and Chloe are both dead. Marcus.
Chloe and you.
What? Chloe and you.
You said you and Chloe.
You and Chloe and I.
No, not you.
Marcus finds the boat because he's on like a. Everybody's looking for where they've gone. He finds the boat. They eventually hold him at knife point until he lets them have the boat. And Uma says to him,
He's not a narc.
How much did you get paid for this?
Yeah.
He's been paid. And he's like, I will not accept it.
He cries, doesn't he? So I think we're supposed to believe he did love her.
Yeah.
And he had his head turned.
Yeah. And he's been paid quite a lot of money to go to this island to get her back. Or to keep her there. But he proves his love at this point because he gives the all clear on the radio, says there's nobody here.
Yeah.
As the two Umas row off into the distance. They both get onto the boat. The substitute Uma gives the original Uma the locket back.
Indeed.
She says, basically, she gives a bit of her life story then, doesn't she?
Yeah,
She's
a little
like,
bit.
I worked 16-hour days. I had 4 brothers I needed to look after, something like that.
Yeah, so I had 3 jobs and I still couldn't afford to keep our heads above water.
And she said I had to become somebody else.
Yeah,
so
I got a shitload of money for doing this.
Yeah, I've been paid quite well for it. I'm called Anna, is her real name.
Anna?
Anna.
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 Have you ever met an Anna?
No.
No, me neither.
But I've never met an Uma either.
Uma either?
Uma either.
Anna.
I've never met an Amana. I've never met a you. There's lots of strange names in this. I've never met a Duchess. Back to the wedding. Because we know what's going to happen now.
Sure, I think we know where this is going.
We know where this is going. It's not complicated. So basically, we cut back to where she goes upstairs.
To the marital
bed where we were at the beginning. The scalpel appears again. People love getting killed by scalpels in this film.
Love it.
The Uma kills the husband with the scalpel.
Yeah.
Gets out of the window as the other Uma comes up. Presuming this is the substitute Uma now.
Yeah, so this is the alibi.
Yeah.
So at the start of the film, the Uma we saw going up the stairs in front of the whole wedding reception was the substitute.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, real Uma was already in the bed.
Yeah.
She stabbed the fiance.
Then the substitute comes up, finds the body.
Screams.
Alibi's there. I've not killed this person. The original Uma can go away and live her life.
Yeah.
And the substitute Uma can now live Uma's life.
Correct.
Everybody's happy. The film ends with original Uma, running off into the night.
With the butterfly locket.
Going to find Amana. Who isn't Amana.
Maybe she was dead.
Yeah, the original was. She's gone off to find the substitute for some reason.
She was dead in the plant, wasn't she?
Yeah, she'd been substituted.
Sucked up. Yeah.
She'd been substituted. That's how this worked.
So I want to know where she was going. I don't understand where she
was going somewhere.
I don't know what was in this locket.
No.
So go and find
not me, but
a place where singers go.
Hollywood. And then the film ends.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I mean, I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't like it.
Bits of it I liked, bits of it I didn't like. It's beautifully made. It's a wonderfully made film. It's beautiful. I can't get on board with a human
Left me a bit
rosebush
cold,
vampire.
I think.
It did me as bit. I can't get on board with a human rosebush vampire. I don't know where that came from. It just threw me completely for. It doesn't fit in with the rest of the film.
I didn't feel I needed the naturalness.
No. So
a creepy asylum-y facility where people go to be brainwashed is enough creep for me.
And then even getting substituted and being replaced is fine.
Yeah.
But why are they being replaced by a vampire rosebush woman?
Yeah, why are we feeding the originals to her?
Yeah, why can't she just be a murderess or an insane woman who's killing people?
Throw them in a pit or something.
Yeah. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. I couldn't compute it in my brain what I was seeing. And I couldn't get past it. And it kind of ruined it for me a little bit.
It was just trying to extend the imagery of all the...
Yeah, it was.
Of the flowers and the
Yeah, you're supposed
design.
to believe that she's the whole island.
Yeah, exactly.
That
all these people are pruning her.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But
she's having her bush attended to.
But it was too much of a leap for me. Because there was no hint to it at all.
No.
Through the whole film.
Because you didn't see, like, the vines moving through the movie as they were walking around.
If they'd have given me hints through the film that it was happening, then maybe I could have got on board with it.
If I'd have seen softer towards
if I'd have seen a hand turn into a rose bush earlier on or something, or she was even just like caressing rose bushes or whatever.
They didn't
but
give.
She just suddenly became a rose bush vampire.
Yeah, and it was uneven because they didn't give Milla Jovovich enough to do. I didn't think.
No, she's only in like 4 scenes.
She was really lacking as a villain, as an antagonist.
So
and that,
it ruined.
So
it
yeah, it left me a bit cold.
It did,
but I think of the group of four girls, I liked all of them. I thought
agreed.
I thought all the characters were. I thought all of those 4 characters were interesting. I thought the performances were good. Emma Roberts always whenever I've seen her and stuff, I've always come away thinking, actually, she was pretty good there.
Yeah.
And I still did here.
Much better than her dad's ever been.
And so yeah, there was a lot about it to like. And
agreed.
It is. I know we said this before. It's a proper movie. What I mean by that is compared to last week's.
Fucking everything compared to last week's is a proper movie.
Where you could see the sets wobble.
Yeah. They literally can see a green screen at one point.
It was kind of refreshing to watch something professional.
Well made. It's a really well made film. The stories make sense as well. You can get on board with the story. Apart from that weird little
I'd
bit.
have been fine if it was just a pretty looking Shutter Island.
Yeah.
Which is almost what I thought we were getting.
Yeah.
And then, you've got to have this. Well, I don't know why. I don't know why we've got to have this vampire plant monster lady.
No. I can't get past it.
It's like I don't want to offend people here. I know fans are very protective of it. It just got a bit shit and Doctor Who-y at the end, didn't it?
It did. It really did. And yeah, I don't know. I can't get past that.
Yeah.
It didn't need that. It didn't need it.
No.
She didn't need to become a weird rosebush vampire. She just didn't need to. She could have just been a normal psychopath that was running this place, that was substituting women and retraining their replacements.
Who had been sent, maybe she'd been originally sent there for a bit more of her backstory. You could have...
Yeah.
And that would have tracked through.
But we had no clue this was going to happen and no explanation of who she was or what she was. And it left me cold.
I agree.
Good. How are you turning the tide on it? Because I just want to cut that bit out.
Yeah, totally. It's just one twist too many.
It's just unnecessary twist. Other than that, the film works. It really works. If you just tell me that they get thrown into a bottomless pit anything.
I would even not have the Duchess in it at all till the end.
Yeah.
And maybe she could just be a spoken of but unseen character. Yeah. And then it turns out that that's where they send these girls, and she's just offing them because she's
or she's like
bloodlusty
turning
psychopath.
them the other way. Maybe she's turning them into slaves and changing their look and erasing their memories. Anything I'll accept. I can't accept a rosebush vampire. It's just too weird.
No, I mean, I think you're right. I think there's a way to do it.
There's loads of ways you could do it
where you can have that ending and it works if you've put the legwork in.
Yeah.
through the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I could get on board with it if I could see it slightly coming.
That is all forsaken for the sake of, we'll put this in at the end. No one will see that coming.
It's too weird.
And you don't see it coming.
No,
because why the fuck would you?
Exactly.
And it just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. And it's a shame because the rest of the film does.
Yeah.
And it's just that 1 5-minute segment just ruins the whole thing.
Yeah.
Stream table.
It's whack.
Shall we talk stream table?
Let's do it.
10 films in there currently, and this is 11?
Yeah.
So this is going to be a struggle because they're not written down in order here, so I'm going to have to try and do it out of my mind. Still bottom of the league. Still bottom of the stream is Temple, closely followed by Room 205, and then After. After is Alien Warfare, followed by Happy Anniversary, TikTok, John Henry, Urge, In the Shadow of the Moon, and then at the top of the stream currently is The Disappearance at Clifton Hill.
Okay.
Where's this one going, Nick?
I think it's done all right.
Yeah.
To be fair, in the context of what we've seen so far this series, I'm looking around John Henry Happy Anniversary.
Yes, agreed. TikTok, John Henry.
Yeah.
That sort of area. Is it better than Happy Anniversary? Let's do this.
I liked Happy Anniversary. I think this has got more going for it.
Yeah.
Ending aside.
I think I'm with
because
you.
it does look great.
It's a beautiful
and the
looking film.
performances are good.
It's just spoiled slightly. The story's even good. It's just spoiled slightly. What about TikTok then?
Yeah, it's better than TikTok.
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah.
John Henry?
It's around here, I think.
Yeah, it's somewhere around John Henry. It's not as good as Urge, I don't think.
I think it edges out John Henry.
Do you think it just goes above John Henry?
Yeah. Which would put it 4th out of 11.
Yeah. That seemed high. It just seems a bit high.
Oh, well, give me a counter offer then.
I can't. It's not. It doesn't go above Urge. You're right. It is either side of John Henry, and they're really close. And I don't.
They're both really flawed.
Yeah, they are.
I feel like I liked John Henry more than I should.
But I have barely any memory of it.
Of John Henry.
Yeah, it's not stayed in my mind at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. I think it does go just above John Henry.
I think that's fair.
It seems too high, but by the end of the season, I'm sure it'll be. Lower.
It will all even out.
But it's not. We've not had many good films this season. It's not been great, has it, so far?
The quality of movie, no, not brilliant.
I suppose that's half my fault because
yes.
2 of them have been at my choosing. Well, not my choosing, but I told people to choose bad films and they did. So,
that's for the wild cards. I don't think the randomizer has been particularly kind to us so far. I think that's fair. Put this 4th so far.
Deal. Do you want to pick next week's film?
Yes, please.
What would you like to watch next week?
Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Either fun action, fun comedy, something
exciting and fun.
Something fun. Yeah.
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a nice, easy watch that we can just sit down and
not necessarily easy. Just
something that's not.
I had a great time there. 90 minutes of just
balls out.
My balls were out or to the wall.
Good call. Right, I'm going to press the button. Are you ready?
Yes.
It has picked a film called Bullet Head.
Okay.
That sounds fun just from the title, so I think you might have your wish.
I'm imagining I think I'm thinking of a razor head. Just some weird, trippy horror thing.
It is a crime drama thriller.
Okay.
From 2017. It's got a cast.
Well, that's a good start.
A good cast. Do you want the cast first or the synopsis first?
Synopsis.
Okay. It says 3 career criminals find themselves trapped in a warehouse with the law closing in and an even worse threat waiting inside. A nigh unstoppable killer dog.
Oh, amazing.
We've got Cujo. Would you like to know the 4 principal cast members of this film?
Definitely.
Adrian Brody.
Oscar winner.
Antonio Banderas.
Okay, big star.
John Malkovich.
Has he won an Oscar?
If he hasn't, he should have.
He did very well in our
he hasn't.
Euro Championships last week.
That's true, yeah. He hasn't won one. He's been nominated twice.
Croatian John Malkovich.
And also, Rory Culkin.
Okay.
Brother of Macaulay. Wow.
Okay.
That's big cast for us. The rules, we should point out, the rules at the bottom of the stream are that me or you have not heard of this film.
Sure.
Have you previously heard of this film?
No,
nor have I.
No knowledge of it.
Therefore, this film is allowed. Even though it looks to have quite the cast. It's currently rated at 5.4 on IMDb, though, so less than this week's film.
Interesting.
Could be fun. So, yeah, go and check out That'd be Banderas' second appearance on the show as well.
It would, yeah.
Interesting.
We
That makes him maybe eligible for the Captain's Gallery.
possibly we saw him in
Acts of Vengeance.
Acts of Vengeance, which was kind of like a pretty run-of-the-mill revenge thriller, wasn't
It's
it?
actually IMDb are doing more like this section,
Yeah.
and that's come up on that list.
I mean, I know you're trying to finish off this show, but
I
just
am,
one final
desperately.
thought.
I'm really hungry.
Is Banderas only a few movies away from becoming like a Cage-like figure?
Possibly.
Because he seems to churn them out
Yeah.
at almost a Nicolas Cage rate in the last few years.
Maybe.
And it is this kind of sort of direct-to-video / streaming movie. But I'm all up for it. I'm excited. It does sound fun. Killer dogs and Oscar-winning actors. What more do you want?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing more. So yeah, go and check out Bullet Head. And in the meantime, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd at BOTS_podcast on there. If you want to email us, you can do. It's bottomofthestream@gmail.com. If you want to check out the website, that is bottomofthestream.com. On the website, you'll find every episode we've ever recorded available to listen right in your browser. You will find all the stream tables with a few other bits and cool bits on there. And you can get some merch if you want to. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/bottomofthestream. If you join us on there for a couple of quid every month, you will get early access to the episodes, early access to the movie episode. You will get bonus episodes when we can be bothered to record them. You'll get a newsletter that Nick writes every month. And if you come in at a certain level, you'll get a wild card. So you can pick the film that we watch in a particular week. And also, come join us on Discord. We have a lot of fun chats in there. We've started talking about Blood Ride recently, although we've all watched different episodes apparently. And yeah, we have a lot of cool chats. The Discord's always going on. You'll find out more about the show from there. Yeah, come and join us. The link for that will be in the bottom of the show note.
If you can spare a few minutes, please consider leaving us a review anywhere that you can review podcasts, because we're on all of those places. Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Podbean, Spotify, anywhere else. Maybe if you've got a lot of time and a garden, you could even sow seeds into your review, and when the flowers bloom, there will be the review waiting for us in the ground.
I like it. I love watching you come up with those on the fly, and I love watching you do it. Your brain I can see your brain whirring as you come up with them. So yeah, do that, do all of that. Check us out on all of those socials, and then go and watch Bullet Head, and we'll come back on Monday for The Wave, and next Thursday to talk to you about it.
Cheers.
Bye.